Quick update on the water. It's dry as a bone underneath there now. But, turns out I did have a leak. Show you what's going on underneath here. So, let's try up there. Of course, you won't be able to see it. I don't think I can get the right angle. Okay, there we go. So you can see the bottom of this thing has some ridges. That bulkhead I put in was resting on one of them partially. And it kicked it crooked just enough to make it so the O-ring on the inside didn't seal. So what I had to do is sharpen a chisel and chisel away that ridge on the bottom to make it smooth and get it sitting flat. Put everything together, got some pipe tape on there, and now it is not leaking. And then inside here, another upgrade that we did. Say hello to all the ladies and a couple of gentlemen. So, they were picking on each other. Obviously, that has chickens. Knows how that goes. So, I took the one water and teed it off and put another one over here on this side. So now, they're separated and seems like everybody's able to get their fair share of water. And the nice thing about these compared to some gravity-fed systems is these have the valve in them that works separate. So even though the two of these, I will guarantee you, are not perfectly level with each other, they can be fed off the same reservoir and not leak. I think they're well worth the money and worth checking out at Premier One. We like them. I think our chickens will agree. We just topped off their food, and I think they just figured it out. So they're getting some fresh feed. Take you outside and see the few that are out here. Well, more than a few. Well, there was anyway until I fed them. I think they're all inside now. Except for that beauty right there. Oh, and there's Elsa. Kids named a bunch of them. So here's the area we have sectioned off for them. Goes out around here near the woods. It's our old chicken run. I finished taking that down and cleaning it up. But for now, it gives them some shelter to hide in. So I got this 48-inch tall Premier One netting that's hooked up to our same charger that's running the pig fence, and seems like we have plenty of power. Goes all the way out there. We have two 164-foot sections of this stuff. There's the meat tractor, or meat chicken tractor, and then the other one out there in the distance. Circles back around. We will fill this with sand for a nice big old dust bath for them. They haven't even ventured out here this far yet, so they'll get there. And then you can kind of see our garden. I'll do a little video on that here shortly. And that circles back around. Back to the racking house. And our happy chickens. There they go. There's the rest of them. Just figured out there's some fresh food inside. Nice fresh cold water. Alright. I can get these few stragglers inside. Alright. Here is Pickle, Olive, and Oreo. Just gave them a little snack. They like the feed wet. Reminded feed, I guess. But I tried to give it to them dry. They liked it when they were babies. But now that they got a little bit older, they've only wanted to eat it wet. But seems like they're okay with it. And of course they had to stand in it because, you know, that's what they do. They're getting a little too big for this feeder, which is just a drum cut in half. I'm sure you can tell. I'm going to make another one tomorrow so I can spread them apart a little bit more and have two feeders for now, a waterer, and then you can see how much work they've done on this area. This was all overgrown, pretty close to the fence. Now, They've got it knocked back pretty far already. I'll take you along the edge here, show you. I got a few little tunnels in the back where they go all the way down to the other side. Duck underneath this so I don't get shocked. So that tunnel goes all the way back, and that's where they venture and go into the woods and stay nice and cool during the heat of the day. This little quick shelter I put together in about 20 minutes seems to be holding up nice. Also, it's been almost 3 weeks since we've really had any rain, so that OSB is definitely holding up very nicely. But I know it's not going to last forever, and I don't expect it to. But gets these guys out of the sun and makes for a halfway decent scratching post, apparently. So I'm sure they appreciate that. Alright, you guys look pretty happy for the night. See you in the morning. Alright, so here's our garden. Nothing's too big yet, so it's kind of hard to tell what there is, but I know we have cucumbers, tomatoes, some different squashes, some loofah gourds, I think is what it is, some different lettuce, cabbage, red and green. Tomatoes are over there along the fence line, I believe. And it's looking decent so far. Might need a little bit of watering, but it is supposed to rain tomorrow, so that should be alright. Just 4-foot tall garden fencing, nothing special. T-posts along the corners. Apologize for my camera jumping around like it does. That's what you get with a 5-year-old phone, I guess. Take you on a walk with me to go see the apple trees. Over back here in the corner, you can see there's the old chicken tractor, Salatin style tractor that we put some siding on because we had a couple of cold nights last November. We ended up processing our batch of chickens last year and got down in the 30s, so they probably would have been okay without it, but we just wanted a little windbreak on that for them. You can see the new area for the egg layers behind me. I hope someday soon they venture all the way out this way because they're not going far from the barn yet, but hopefully they start. So here, I'll flip the camera around. Maybe. My phone's not letting me do that right now, so I'll just spin it around here. So here's our apple trees. There's the one there. That one down there is the newest one. That one I think was the first one we got. Yeah, this little guy there. So they're doing pretty good this year. I'm not sure on the varieties. I can't remember what they are. What's going there? We have it marked on the fence here. This one is a yellow delicious right here behind me. It's a small one, but should get a bunch of apples off it eventually. And then here, this one is definitely our first one. It's the biggest by far. Much taller than me, which isn't saying much, but that's alright. This is a Macintosh. Seems to be doing pretty good. Looks pretty healthy, from what I know anyway. And then this, I believe, was the new one last year. It's doing okay. We thought that this one ended up dying. We were just super busy. Weren't able to get it out of the pot that it came in from the store. And it wasn't doing so hot. But, let's see if I can get this into the view. There you go, look at that. We got a little apple growing. Got a bunch of them up here. So, I think that it's going to be just fine this year. Let's see here, where's the tag for this one? Can't remember. This one was a different variety I hadn't heard of. A frostbite. I hadn't heard of that until we got it. So hopefully they're good apples. They're supposedly very well suited for our more northern climate. So, should do quite well, I think. Alright. So, short of the rabbits, that is all the chores for the night. My phone died on me while I was trying to do the rabbits. The video stopped working. I don't know what happened. Luckily, it saved the rest of the little videos I took of showing you the chickens and the pigs. I was able to get it rebooted, show you our apple trees and our garden. And now I'm going to go in, help get the kids ready for bed, and go to bed myself. Get ready for another day, do it all again tomorrow. Wake up, do the animals, go to work, come home, do more chores, hang out with Katie and the kids. Love and life. Have a good night, everybody.